Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well. So in this video, I will continue the same conditional statement, and this will be the part 2 of the conditional statement, and this will be the last video of the conditional statement. So let's get started guys. Let me share my screen and then we start coding and understand the conditional statement in depth. So I'll continue in the same IPynb file and we'll try to understand the if, elif and else condition. Last video, we have understand the if and else, and along with that, some logical operation. So let's get started. So I have one scenario. I want to code a grading system over here. So what would be the grading system? Let's try to understand. Okay, so I have the certain condition over here. So let's say if the marks is greater than equal to 90, then I will give the grade A. Okay. And if the marks, let's say marks is greater than equal to 75, I will grade this. I will grade to, let's say, B. Okay. And if the marks is greater than equal to 60, then I will give the grade C. It should be 75, not a 75B. Okay. And else, if the marks is, let's say, less than 60, I will grade this grade B. Perfect. So this is what I want to code using the multiple condition over here. So how we will do this? So let's say that if you are using doing this using the if statement is going to work. So let's try to use only the if condition and try to implement this. Okay. So over here, let's say I'll take one input, that is marks equal to input, and over here enter the marks. Perfect. I have this, then I will change this into float. Float is important in the marks. It should not be only, but I think it should be integer, not a float. Just make this int, because marks is never 65.54, right? It's always 65, 70, 95, 85. So I'll make this as an integer, not a float. What do you say, guys? Now, next, I will check if marks is greater than equal to 90, then I will print over here what you will print, grade A. Perfect. Now again, if marks is greater than equal to 75, so the way it has given over here, I am trying to code same way. Let's see if I'm getting any kind of error or it's executing correctly. So it will be grade B, right? It will be grade B. Now I'll copy this multiple times and I'll paste it over here. Not here. It will be here, right? 75. Then we have, let's say, this should be 60, right? If it's greater than 60, then it should be what? It should be grade C. Grade C. Else print, what you will print over here? You will print grade D, right? This is what I have. So enter the marks. Let's say I'm entering the marks as 85. So B and C. How it is B and C? 85. So 85 is not greater than 90. So it will come under this category. So it's, of course, 85 is greater than 70 and 60. So it will come over here. But 85 is greater than 75. So it should get grade B, not grade C, right? There is some mistake over here, right? As soon as I'm trying to do execute, I mean, it is giving some kind of a multiple result over here, right? So let's try to write 95. As soon as I write 95, the person got grade A, grade B, grade C. How it is possible? So it is not giving the right result over here. So what we'll do now? We will try to execute same code using the elif condition. I will try to explain you that what is the difference between if you're using multiple if instead of that if and elif. Okay. So I'll try to take the same code over here. So I'll save the time and I will use over here elif. This one, this elif. Okay. Elif. Same, I will take this elif, Control C over here and else. Now execute this. Now let's say it should execute 1 second. If marks is this 90, elif 75. Okay, great. Okay, input I have not taken. That's why it is not able to execute. So take the input. That's why I'm thinking why it is not executing. What is the error over here? Now let's say that I'm giving the 95. You got the grade A. Right? Now let's say that if I'm entering over here, let's say 85, I'm getting grade B. Right? Now if I execute, let's say 45, I'm getting grade D. Now if let's say I'm executing 65, grade C. Okay, let's say I'm executing 75, grade B. So what is the difference over here? Same code, right? But over here, this is basically instead of if I'm using elif, but over here I'm using if. And if I'm using multiple if, I'm getting all the result, grade A, grade B, grade C for marks greater than 90. But here, if I'm getting, let's say, marks greater than 90, let's say I'm giving 95, I'm getting only A. Why? What is the problem and why it is happening over here? So let's try to understand that part. So over here, if you see that there is a if, right? After that, again, it is again if. So this part is a one logic, is a logic one. Logic 1. Again, here to here, it's logic 2. From here to here, it's a from here to here is a logic 3. So as soon as you enter here, let's say 95, it will go to this first logic and it will give you the result grade A. Then again, it will enter to this logic and it will check. And it is 95 is greater than 75, so it will give you the B. Then again it will go to this and it will check. Of course, 95 is greater than 60, then it will give you grade C. Okay. Now coming to this, of course we have a three logic over here also. Logic 1, logic 2, logic 3. But all are interconnected. If you see that this is completely work as a one code, but over here this is working separately. This part is let me change the color. This part is working separately. This part is working again separately, and this part is working separately. So the family of if is that, let's say you have written if, and after that again if and this if both are having no relation. This is separate. So it will execute this part, then again it will execute this part. So if let's say this if first if is true, let's say first if is true, then again if you are writing if, then it will go again to the second if and it will check. If it is true, then fine. Again it will go to the next if and it will check it is true, fine. Again it will go to the if false, then it will go to the else. But in case of if, elif and else, if it is true, the code will execute and stop. If it is false, it will go to the next elif and it will check. If it is true, then code will stop. If it is false, then it will move to the else and it will stop. So basically every if is independent, but elif is the complete package of a one if. So in this case, this if is creating one chain. This if is creating one chain, and this if is creating another chain, this if else creating another chain. But if you are using elif together, if is just a one chain. One chain. Over here you have a chain 1, chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3. So it will execute all the chain simultaneously. But including elif, you are having just one chain. If the if is true, it will not go to the elif or else. So if the if is false, then it will go to the elif. And the elif is true, then it will execute and stop. This is how it is working, guys. I hope it's clear. Now let's try to execute the next code with this. So now we will check the password strength. If the password length is 10, then your password is strong. If the password length is 6 to 8, then your password is medium. If your password length is less than 6, then it is a weak password. Let me write over here. If the length is let's say 8, let's say 10, then it's strong password. Strong password. Strong password. If the length is between 6 to 8 to 10, 8 to 10, then medium password. Medium password. If your, let's say, length less than 6, less than let's make this 6 over here. So if your password is 6 to 10, then medium password. Less than 6, then weak password. How will you code this? So first you will take the password, right? Let me keep all in small. Password equal to, password can be any like integer, float, and it cannot be float, but integer, or it can be string. So I'll keep the string. So just input, I'll take the input. I'll not change this into the integer. Okay. So enter your password. Perfect. Enter your password. I think there's some mistake over here. It should be input. Now let's check that. So if your length of the password, length of password is greater than equal to 10, then you will write over here print the strong password. The strong password. Okay. Elif, because we have multiple condition. Whenever you have multiple condition, you write elif, right? If your length of password is greater than equal to 6 and length of password is less than 10, then print, what you will print over here? Medium password. Medium password. It should be over here. This. Okay. Else for the last condition, we will not write anything. Okay. Just write over here print weak password. Weak password. Run this. Let's say I'm writing, I'm giving 3 digit. 3 should not be medium password. I think I should close this. I should close this. That's why it then only it will execute. Same 4, 5, 6. Big password. Now let me print the password also. Print the password and comma password. Okay. Take this comma password. So you can understand that what is the password I have entered. 456, weak password 456, right? Again enter this, and over here let's say I'm writing more than 10 digit, right? So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 7 8 9 10 11 12, strong password, right? Now let's say enter the password between the 6 to 10. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, medium password, correct? So this is how elif works, right? Okay, next try to check the temperature of the city. So we'll write the condition over here. If the temperature is greater than or equal to 35, then we'll say hot temperature. If your temperature, it should be TMP, okay? If the temperature is between 22 to 17, then it's a cool. The temperature is between 22 to 17 to 22, then it will be a cool temperature. Perfect. If your temperature less than 17, then it will be a cold temperature. And if your temperature is, sorry, it should not be less than, it should be, or between, it should be between let's say 10 to 17. If your temperature is 10 to 17, it's a cold temperature. Is less than 10, very cold temperature. So we have a 4 condition over here, guys. If your temperature, let's say you have entered the temperature and it is 35 and above, then it will be a hot temperature, right? If your temperature is between 17 to 22, then it will be cool temperature. Now question is that if you enter 30, then what will be? Let's try to understand. We'll not write anything for the 30. Let's see where it falls. Okay, then we'll correct the code. Fine. So then if your temperature is 17 to 22, it's a cool temperature. If your temperature is between 10 to 17, then it's a cold temperature, and below 10, it is a very cold temperature. So let's try to execute this. And temperature can be float also, 33.56 degree, right? So over here, TMP equal to float, and over here input, over here enter the temperature. Okay, now if your temperature is greater than equal to 35, in that case you will print hot temperature, and you write print the temperature also, TMP. Perfect. elif, we'll always use elif. You have multiple conditions. If your temperature is between 17 to 22, so less than equal to 22, and your temperature is greater than equal to 17, in between that. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, in between that, then your temperature will be what? Let me close with the bracket, otherwise it will not execute. Okay, over here also there should be this logic should be under the bracket. Then you write this, and over here cool temperature, just take this part. Okay, then again we have a 10 to 17, right? So elif, your temperature, if your temperature is greater than 10, is greater than equal to 10, close the bracket, and your temperature is less than equal to, for 17 we have already handled over here. So over here only less than 17. In that case, we will write the very cold temperature. So take this and print over here and just write over here cold temperature. Perfect. Now we have one more condition, 10 below 10. So again elif, because less than 10 then only should be very cold. So elif your temperature is less than 10 equal to, we cannot write because equal to we have already used over here. So if your temperature is 10, that will be cold temperature. Then you cannot write very cold temperature because you have already handled over here under the cold temperature. Understand? Equal to you have used over here. So you cannot use again into the next condition. Otherwise it will contradict with each other. At one place you are saying if your temperature is equal to 10, it's a cold temperature, and the other place you are saying if your temperature is, let's say, equal to 10, it's a very cold temperature. How these two conditions with the same statement, how it work? No, right? So that's why the equal to 10 we have handled over here. So we will just write over here less than 10, and over here just write very cold. So what we will write in else? We don't have any condition, so will not write into the else anything. Okay, let's execute this. So first I'll write let's say 36 degree hot temperature. Okay, now I'll execute 35.9 hot temperature. Right now I will execute, let's say, 18.56 cool temperature. 18.56 is coming cool temperature, means 18.56 is between the 17 and 22, right? That's why it's a cool temperature. Now I will write, let's say, 23, and we are not getting anything. Why? Let's again execute this. 24, nothing. Now execute and just write over here, let's say 5, very cold temperature. So we are getting for every entry, but we are not getting anything if you are writing 23 or 25. Why? Let's try to understand that. And if you understand why we are getting nothing, it means that you understand the logic. And please try to comment why, if I'm writing 24 or 25, I'm not getting any result. Write in the comment. Okay. So now let's try to understand. If your temperature is greater than 35, so above 35, you will get the hot temperature, and even equal to, above and equal to. So 35 to 100 to 100, you will get the hot temperature. Now if your temperature is between 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 and 22, if your temperature is these are, then you will get the cool temperature. Okay, then greater than 10 and less than 17. So if your temperature is 10, again 11, 12, 13 till 17, then you will get the cold temperature. And below 10 means let's say -1, -2, anything in -0 till 10, till 9, not 10, 9, you will get the very cold temperature. So above 35 you have handled in the logic, 17 to 22 you have handled in the logic over here, 10 to 17 you have handled in the logic, and -1, let's say -100 to 9 you have handled over here, but you have not handled from 23 to 34. So if you write the temperature between 23 to 34, you will not get anything over here. You understand? This is why if you enter the temperature 23, 24, 25 or 34, you will get nothing over here because it will not fall to any of the logic. Okay, so what do we have to do in this case? I have given the logic over here. So in that case, you can handle into the else condition, or you can specify over here, let's say 35 to 35 to 22, you can write one condition over here and that will work. So let's write over here. Else, sorry, elif your temperature is less than 35, and your temperature is greater than 22. In that case, you will write not very hot, not very hot, but still hot, but still hot. And you write the temperature over here, TMP. Okay, so write this into the bracket, execute. Now write, let's say 34. Not very hot, but it's still hot, 34. It is coming over here. Now you will say that we are writing 35 over here, then 20 to 17, 10 to 17, 10, and suddenly 35. You can write your elif anywhere. But actually, this is not the right way to write the elif condition. We should write this elif after the 35. But if I'm writing over here, it doesn't mean that it will not give the correct answer. It will give the correct answer. It is not the right way to write the code. So it should be in the sequence. So I'll take this from here and I will paste it over here. Perfect. So this is how you can write the multiple elif with the if, without else. I hope it's clear, guys. If not, please comment. I'll try to explain that part again. Okay. So we have understand the if, elif, and else, and what condition we are going to use all these three different conditional statements. So now we will write the banking ATM logic and we'll try to implement all these three or maybe two to understand how it's going to work. Along with that, some nested if condition. So how it's going to be the ATM logic or let's say banking logic. Let's try to understand first on the blackboard. So first, as soon as the code will run, it will ask the user ID and password. Okay, you will enter the user ID and password. Then condition if will check your user ID and your password. Perfect. It will check your user ID and password, and then it will ask you to enter, press, or let's say it should be enter, not press. Enter 1 to check balance. Okay. Enter 2 to withdraw amount. Perfect. And then enter 3 to deposit amount. So it will ask you to enter 1, 2, or 3 if this is true. If it is not true, then it will ask that in the else, it will give you the invalid user ID, invalid user ID or password. Perfect. So if your, let's say, user ID and password is correct, it will ask this 3 input. If it is wrong, it will give you the invalid user ID and password. Now, as soon as you enter 1, then it will check if your input is equal to 1, then it will give you it will print your balance. Perfect. If your input equal to 2, it means that you want to withdraw the amount. Then it will ask enter the amount. Enter the amount. But that amount should not be greater than your bank account balance, right? Then again it will check if your amount should be less than equal to your balance amount. balance. Then it will, in that case, it will going to give you the what? It will give you the print. I mean, it will execute this, collect your money. Along with that, it will give you the remaining balance. Let me erase this part now. So it will print balance. Okay, after that, that's then. And if your input, let's say is equal to 3, then it will ask that enter the amount. Okay, then it will add that amount with your balance, and it will print the balance. Clear? So if you press 1, let's say your balance, initial balance is 5,000. If you press 1, it will give you your balance is equal to 5,000. If you press 2, then it will ask the amount to withdraw. Let's say if you enter 500, then it will give you collect your money, and your remaining balance is equal to 4,500. Okay. If you press 3, then it will ask enter the amount. Let's say you have entered the 500, then it will give you total balance equal to 5,500. This is how this code is going to execute. So let's start writing this code. Okay, so it will be a bit complex, but if you write line by line, it will be easy, guys. Okay, so first I will set the username and password. Set user name equal to, let's say, admin. Okay, and set password equal to, let's say, admin 123. Perfect. Now I will set the balance also. Opening balance equal to, let's say, you have a 5,000. Now you will ask the user to enter the username and password. Okay, so your user name equal to input, enter the user name. Perfect. And it should not be capital or small, so I will convert directly to the lower, so it will be easy. Okay, then let me just off this AI part. Okay, now password equal to input, and you write over here, enter your password. Perfect. And convert this into also lower part. Perfect. So we have set the username and password, and again we have asked the user to give the username and password. So now we will check this, and if it is true, we will do something. Otherwise, in the else, we will write what? We will write print invalid username or password. Okay, so that will be your, if your username and password is wrong, then this will be that. And over here you will check this username equal to this set username. Okay, and your password your password is equal to set password. This set password. Okay, and close this, but otherwise it will not work with the AND operation. Perfect. So now let's try to check. Print, right, all set. Perfect. Let's try to execute this part at least. So it's asking the username. I'm asking, writing admin, then it's asking password. So admin 123, all set, means it is working perfectly. Now you will ask me that why I have written double equal to, why not single? Guys, single equal to use in Python to assign the value, and double equal to is used in the Python to compare the value. Okay, understand? So here we are comparing, so I have written the double equal to. Perfect. So my password and username is correct. I mean, if it is correct, it will execute that. So till now the logic is correct. So now, if the password and username is correct, what it will give? It will ask the 3 input. So print enter 1 to check the balance. Okay. I will enter this and I will try to write this over here. Why I'm writing this? If you have watched my string operation video, you will understand why I have written /n over here. Okay. Then enter 2 to withdraw the amount. Perfect. Now over here \, and over here enter 3 to deposit the amount. Perfect. This is what I have written till now. So let's try to execute and check one by one. So whenever you are writing a lengthy code, always try to write some piece of code, then execute, then again write. So if there is any error, you can try to understand at the beginning itself. So now admin and admin 123. So you will get this 3. Perfect. So now I'll write full stop also over here. So it should be perfect. Let's say I'm intentionally writing a wrong password. So invalid username password. Perfect. Now, with this, you will ask to enter the input as well, right? So user input, guys. User input equal to input. And over here, enter your number. This whatever you want. You want to check the balance, or you want to deposit the balance, or you want to withdraw the amount, whatever, just write this. Okay. Now, if your user input is equal to what? 1. Why I'm writing under the double inverted comma? Because it's just an input. So it's a string. So you have to compare with the string. If it is a 1, then what you will write? You will give the amount. What will be your amount? Your account balance is, just take this balance. Okay. And write here F string. Perfect. Now execute this. Let's say admin and admin 123. Enter 1 to check the balance, enter 2 to withdraw the amount, enter 3 to deposit the amount. So I will write over here, let's say right now 1, because only 1 is enabled right now. So your account balance is 5,000. Correct? This is how it is. Now, elif your user input, if your user input is equal to 2, if it is 2, Then what you will ask? You will ask over here, you will first print, enter the amount you want to withdraw. Okay, you want to withdraw. Perfect. Then you will ask the amount. An amount can be float also, right? Float, and over here input, and over here enter the amount. Enter the amount. So guys, over here, if your user input is equal to 2, means you want to withdraw the amount. So if you want to withdraw the amount, enter the amount you want to withdraw, right? So you will ask to enter the amount, but that amount should not be greater than your bank balance amount, right? Let's say your balance is 5,000, and if you ask if the user has entered, let's say 10,000, and it's wrong, right? It should show insufficient balance. So that also we have to handle over here. So right now we'll write again if condition. If. So under this elif, again we are writing if condition over here to check your amount. Your amount should be less than equal to your balance. Okay. If it is that, I'll write something over here. I'm just writing pass, means I'll write some code. Now, if your amount is not less than equal to balance, in that case, you will, what you will do? You will print insufficient balance, right? Insufficient balance. And if your amount is, let's say, less than equal to your balance, then you will print over here, please collect your amount, and you write the amount over here and write the F string, and over here just write print, and now you update the balance also. So your balance, the new balance will be, once the amount has been executed, your balance should be minus of the amount, right? Let's say someone has asked to withdraw 500. So 5,000 minus 500, 4,500 will be the remaining balance. So your balance equal to this balance minus your amount, because your amount has been already withdrawn. You are asking to collect the cash. So now you write over here with F string your available balance is what? Your available balance is this balance. Perfect. This is how it should be. Now we are again going to this elif. Elif, your user input is 3. Your user input is 3. In that case, what is the option you have? Deposit, right? So again, you will ask the amount that you want to deposit. So I'll write over here. Enter the amount you want to deposit. Perfect. Then you will ask the amount. After that, you will print, we are processing your request, and again you print amount is deposited. Amount is deposited, and over here print your first you update the balance. So this balance equal to balance plus amount, and then you print again what? Your or available balance. Available balance is balance. Perfect. Now you write here F string. So this is how it should be. Guys, we have written 30 to 33 line of code, guys. Imagine, just 10 days, we are writing a full scale of code now. So once the complete Python will get completed, you will be working as a developer also. right? You will writing 100 or 200, 300, 1000 line of code. Are you happy to write? So till now we are just understanding the conditional statement, how the string works, how the if condition, if and else or print works. Now we are connecting all the dots and we are writing a full scale of code. Let's try to test this. So enter the username. So let's say admin and password is admin45234. Invalid user and password. So as soon as you enter password or username incorrect, it will give the invalid username password. Perfect. Now again execute this and just write admin and admin123. So it will ask enter 1 to check the balance, enter 2 to withdraw the amount, enter 3 to deposit the amount. So first I will enter 1. Your account balance is 5,000. Perfect. Now again execute, guys. Now admin and admin123. Enter. I'll enter this time 2. So enter the amount you want to withdraw. So let's say I will enter first 6,000. My bank balance is 5,000. I'm entering 6,000. Insufficient balance. It is working, guys. Perfectly, right? Now again admin and admin123. Enter the number. So I'll enter 2. So enter the amount you want to withdraw. So this time I want to withdraw 1,000 rupees. Please collect your cash amount. Sorry, please collect your amount 1,000 and your available balance is 4,000. Why? Because 5,000 minus 1,000 is a 4,000. So code is working perfectly till 2. Miss withdraw. Now again admin and admin123. Now I will press 3 to deposit the amount. So 3. If I enter 3, it is not working. Why? I think I have not entered 3. Yes. We are processing your request. Amount is deposited. Your available balance is something wrong, guys, happen over here. Let me execute again. So admin and admin123. Now I will enter 3. Enter the amount you want to deposit. So I want to deposit, let's say 3,000 rupees. Your amount is deposited, available balance is 8,000. So 5,000 plus 3,000, 8,000. So now again try to execute this code. admin123. Okay, now 3. Enter the amount you want to deposit. I want to deposit, let's say 500. Your amount is deposited, available balance is 5,500. So you may ask that I have deposited before 3,000, again 500. So why it is 5,000? It should be 8,500, right? No. As soon as this code is closed or executed till here, it is terminated. Again, if you execute this, new session will get executed. New session will start. So if the new session is getting start, your balance, initial balance is 5,000 and it will start from there. Okay, it's not that under the loop that it is continuously running. As soon as this you got this, your available balance is 5,000, means your code is executed and it's terminated. If you again rerun this code, it will start from the beginning itself. I hope it's clear, guys. We have understand if, elif, else. Along with that, we have understand the nested if. Under the elif, how to write the if, and under the if, how we write the nested if. This we call the nested if problem. So in the description, I will give some 10 or 12 problem. Try to solve that. So with that, I'll close this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay connected and learn along with me. And if you like the video, please like, subscribe and share, because it takes a lot of effort to just create such kind of video. So I also want to feel motivated so I can bring the content like this more often. So don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. Stay connected. Happy learning.